I have got to get my charger because my phone hang on guys, I will be right back. You got the charger? Okay, hang on. Hey guys, let me see if I can get my charger. Hey, what is it, Tristan?
What if we mix the off-road stuff?
I'm not doing nothing
With
right
key
now.
lime.
Okay, you're done. You're done.
What if we mix?
Yes, no key lime. Oh, let me see. It's so dark in here. It's been raining all afternoon, guys. Hello. Hi. All right, hang on one second. I am gonna need my glasses because I cannot see nothing. I was gonna say something, a darn thing, but I can't see it. Halfway blind, guys. I am legally blind, y'all, but by the way, I can't see nothing. All right, there we go. There we go. I'm back. Hey guys, hello friends. How's everybody doing this Saturday? Are you guys excited? How's everybody doing? I need green card, miss. Okay, all right. You guys are awfully, these comments are too much for me. Too much, too much, too much. So, can you give me the glasses that are in that little pouch on the table? I can't see nothing, and it's so dark in here. I'm gonna have to go outside. I'm just waiting for my phone to charge a little bit. My glasses to see on the table. They're like on a thing. No, those are not it.
I don't know.
They're on the table. Hello. Hi, gorgeous people. My wonderful friends. How are my human friends doing? Hello, hello. Hope you guys are doing well. It is a peaceful Saturday. It feels like a Sunday. Today, it feels like a Sunday. So I went to take Abby to the place to get her hair done. Well, thank you. I went to get her hair done, and came back here. And you can see it from like far away, like a humongous cloud, like humongous, like right above my house. And then you see all the rain. It's been raining like crazy. You've been doing schoolwork? Okay. Well, you are too studious for me. I can't deal with that. I'm just playing. All right, let me see if I can put my goggle vision here on. Okay. Oh, that's much better. So anyways, I was researching because you know how everything has been happening now. What's going to happen is we are going to go back to the natural law. If you guys know what that means, it was the law that our founding fathers wrote when the Declaration of Independence, long time ago. So this is how they intended for us to live, right? But then all this happened, all this chaos in government, where they took over and they decided that they could control every aspect of our life. So, with the amazing technology of ChatGPT, I asked a question because I was very curious to know. And I'm going to show you guys what it says. Let's see if I can show you. I'll flip this over. Okay, and so one of my questions was, the Labrador, hello, welcome everybody. So the question that I asked ChatGPT was how to live in our, actually this was a mistake right here because I misspelled it. How to live under natural law, which is the land, the law of the land, natural law, in counties and states. Okay? Because we are basically going to need this, guys, very soon. Because a lot of us, we have gone through so much. And from future generations and all of that, we have gone through so much trauma that we're going to need to learn a lot of this stuff. Wow. Congratulations, Brooke. That's so good. So I asked ChatGPT that question. Let me see if I can go up here. Or was it? Okay, so how to live under natural law, which is God-created law, in our states and counties. And this is what it pulled out. Living under natural law while residing in modern states and counties, which are governed by man-made laws, requires personal alignment and universal moral principles while navigating or resisting unjust laws in a peaceful, ethical way. Here's a direct breakdown of how to live under natural law in today's world. So, what is natural law? First, you guys need to know this. Natural law is objective, universal, and inherent, not created by humans or governments. It's based on aggression, do not initiate harm, right? Self-ownership, and this is actually the law of the land right here, because this is what God intended us to live when he created Adam and Eve, right? So this is the natural law. This is how we should be living as a sovereign being, as sovereign souls that God created in this planet, not the way that things have been. So you can see that our whole world is been corrupted and been flipped. You will see now what I'm talking about. So self-ownership is the second one. Free will and personal responsibility means you're responsible for your actions, correct? Cause and effect, which is karma. Truth and morality, okay? This is how probably your grandparents lived, or your great-grandparents. Living under natural law in the context of state and county systems. So this is how it would be. Live morally, not just legally. Don't confuse legally with morality. Notice how it says, don't confuse the two. It is all because of God. Oh, yes, it sure is. It is God, for sure. Many immoral things are legal. Example, war, corporate exploitation. Many moral things may be restricted. Make your own moral compass primary. An example, just because it's legal to pollute within certain limits doesn't mean it's moral. Okay, you see the difference? This is how we're going to be living, guys. I'm so excited about this because, guys, our president is not just a president. He is not just bringing us, he's just not going to free us. He is freeing us from the corporation of the United States that we have been enslaved for so many years. Okay? This is why he went to England. And he did multiple visits, including this year. He made another visit that was talking to the prince and the king, and he was sitting there. And all these things are happening, so you guys can see where we're headed. Our country is headed. So, going back to the context, what's another way of living under natural law? It says, number 2, know and exercise your natural rights. Okay, so what are our natural rights? The right to self-defense, the right to own property, including your body, the right to express and believe freely, the right to refuse coercion or forced servitude. Okay, and then it goes on to withdraw consent from unjust systems peacefully. In other words, and you've probably seen this a lot of people are growing their own food, barter or trade locally, use alternative education or homeschooling. And this is going to be a major here because he is going back to that. He's letting people, parents, have a choice whether they want to homeschool or have them go to school. But wait till I get to that, guys. There's more coming I want to show you. I'm excited about this. So avoid debt traps and predatory banking, right? Because we all know the central banking system, okay? It's all corrupt. It's all about taking your money because none of that money that's in that card you owe. It's basically yours. You're just paying more for it. In other words, this is why it's so important to know what this is. Your cards have already been paid for. You are basically just paying money for the cabal system. It's all has to do with that. It is all controlled, guys. So your money is controlled through the central banking system. Your food that you consume, because they all got their hands on it. The including your schools to your hospitals, everything has been controlled. Every single thing. So how I like to see it, and I always tell people, we are basically living prophecy time because The reason why is because we are living Babylon, which is also AKA called the Matrix. But Babylon is the system that is created by men, controlled by men, which that they want to shove on our, they want to shove down our throats, but it is not a godly government. Do you guys understand that? It's not what God intended us to live, guys. God did not intend us to live a hectic, hustle life and without even having time to spend with our families, working all the time, basically being like in a hamster wheel. You know what I'm saying? That is not what God intended us to live. So then he goes back to involve locally. So then you can get he says to get involved locally. How you can do that? Under sovereign law, under natural law. Attend county meetings, town halls, school boards, not to submit, but to influence and hold accountable. You see that? Support or elect freedom respecting representatives, such as constitutional sheriffs, local councils. Push back against mandates or policies that violate bodily autonomy, privacy, or consent. And there's more to it, but I'm just going to stop here. 5 says, use lawful rebellion if necessary. Then it talks about, because remember, mandates, guys, are not laws. They're not laws. There's a difference. Teach and model natural law. Educate others, especially children, about natural law principles. Build parallel structures, and then it talks about that free schools or unschools, local barter, trade networks. Now, let me show you this, because this is going to, guys, this is going to be like flip you guys. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, like this will be the perfect, wouldn't this be heaven on earth if we all live like this? Wouldn't this be heaven on earth? So basically, you're going by this when you're living under natural law, everything, okay? But now watch this. I am going to ask ChatGPT how to live under natural law let me see. The question is how to live under natural law. Schools. I guess I'm going to ask that question. Now, how would schools run under natural law? This is good for you to know too, Brooke, because she works for school too. My day was good Friday. I was tired, but it was good. Thank you for asking. So how would schools run under the natural law? Here you go, guys. Schools under natural law would be completely different from most modern state-run school systems. Watch this, guys. This is heaven on earth. If Trump, which he is, this is what he's going for, okay? He is going for the natural law. This is how schools will run. This is why they still don't have anything created as far as structure is concerned, because this is what we're going to go to. So what is a natural law school? A natural law aligned school is not just a place to memorize facts or obey authority. It is a voluntary learning community rooted in truth, ethics, and self-discovery, respectful of individual sovereignty. Do you see that? Respectful of individual sovereignty, free of coercion, indoctrination, and state control. Okay? Key features of a school based on natural law, right? So this is how it would be, the key features. So basically, number one, voluntary participation, not compulsory attendance laws. Families and learners choose to join based on shared values, no truancy laws or forced education. Number two, no indoctrination or state curriculum. That's going to be a major right here. That's going to be a major in our schools because they have this already in their system, of course, because it was federal this whole time. So this is going to be a major thing. No government approved standards or political programming. Education would focus on truth seeking, not agenda pushing. Curriculum could include critical thinking, logic and reasoning, natural sciences, health and nutrition, morality and ethics, self-sufficiency and real-world skills, history from multiple perspectives. Students would be encouraged to ask, is this true? Not just, will this be on the test? See the difference? Respect for individual rights. Okay. So it would be no forced, medical procedures or psychological evaluations. No surveillance, tracking, or data collection. Children are treated as sovereign beings, not property of the state or school. Okay. Guys, tell me, wouldn't this be heaven on earth if this will come down? Like I said, this is a way of living under natural law. So this is not going to be changed within like a minute or like one day to the next. It's going to take years possibly because, again, we have been living under enslaved system for so long. It's going to take quite some time, right? But this would be heaven on earth. And this got my attention the other day. I said, oh my gosh, I have to look this up, how this would be, because I'm sure it's going to be great. Schools under natural law would respect every child's sovereignty, remove coercion, control, and indoctrination, support natural curiosity and self-direction, promote morality and truth, not obedience, strengthen families and communities, not undermine them. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Guys, this really got my attention. I said, I have to hop on and share this information with everybody because you can ask ChatGPT anything in particular and it'll literally guide you. Okay? It's like an encyclopedia, like a British encyclopedia from the future. But this right here, guys, if this was to happen within the next month, this would be heaven on earth. So I thought I'd share this with you guys. Oh gosh, I have sourdough all over my arms. So I was just stretching the dough. How was work Friday? The chickens are doing great. They were outside all morning. Then it started raining. Jason just got them in. Right now, they have been outside all day today, and they're soaked and wet because it's been raining like crazy. That's my little man. What? Open. Open. You gotta be careful how you open that door. You're on live camera. You need to wear a shirt.
I'm hungry.
Okay, I'm gonna make the Alfredo. So I was just fixing to make chicken Alfredo.
I'm gonna make some toast.
I'm gonna make
There's
grilled cheese.
there's not a lot of bread, Tristan.
I'm making grilled
There's
cheese.
no cheese.
I'm gonna go make
I totally forgot to get cheese. There's no cheese. So give me a second and I'll make the Alfredo. Anyways, I just wanted to hop on and let you guys know that.
Go live.
Because it would be amazing. Yes, I made more. I'm going to make some more today. And I've got sourdough started, so I've got to knead it and get it going. I may go live later on tonight when the kids go off to bed. I've got too many kids screaming around everywhere. So, but I'll catch you guys later on today. Maybe we'll go live with Brooke. Who knows? Whatever time is best for you. I'm available all day. I'm just gonna fix dinner right now and then I'll be available. So let me know. Guys, I love you. Thank you guys for hopping in here and supporting me. I love you, friends. I will see you guys soon.